Every book lover knows the feeling of putting a book ban on themselves and then breaking it a week later, and I am no exception to that rule, as you can tell. I stopped by my local Kmart and I couldn't help myself at the book collection that they had. And obviously, I came home with a few new pieces to add to my bookshelf. The first one being Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. Now, I have been on a huge reading binge of all her books at the moment. I read a few ages ago, but recently I've been wanting some more romance. So I've just been on a deep dive of all her books, and I do have all of them except for the newest one, Mate, that has come out. But I'm really curious to see how this one is. I love the way she writes men and relationships and the yearning. So I've heard a lot of good things, but a lot of mixed opinions. So I'm curious to see on which side I will fall on with this one. Now, the next series that I got was The Caraval, the first book. Everyone was telling me I have to start this one before I start Once Upon a Broken Heart, which I do have at home, and I haven't started yet. So I'm like, okay, I gotta start with this one. And I've seen a lot of like the fan art and everything, and I'm like, oh, the world and everything about it is so beautiful. So I'm so excited to start this one. I fell in love with Bryn's series, The Blackbird and Butcher. I read it this month actually. I was so hooked. It's so well written, even though there's a lot of trigger warnings. So if you get triggered by the things that are written at the very, very start, there's a whole list. Some people call it a menu, but it was hilarious. Loved it, especially. It's not really similar to Lights Out, if you've read that one, but it has a more darker but interesting kind of vibe to it. So this is the newest one, Tourist Season. I've only just started it, but so far I'm quite hooked. So I'm curious to see how it plays out, because everyone was saying that the ending was a complete like shock. So very curious about that. Next one I got is Phantasma. I've been eyeing this and came up for like months, and I was like, you know what, it's time. It's time to actually get the book and read it. Now, I do love some dark romance, and this is a dark fantasy romance. So I'm curious to see how this one is. I've had a lot of recommendations for this one, so I'm very excited to dive right in with this one. Next one I got was Quicksilver. Now, the only reason why it took me so long to get this one is because, I'll be honest, I did not like the cover art of the previous version. Yes, this one is no better. It's quite plain, and you can just see her name and the title is the same font and size, but at least it's better than the emo boy on the cover. I don't know, I just wasn't vibing with it. And this, at least, you know, is just plain. It will look really nice on the shelf, especially with her new book coming out in a month, maybe less than a month. But everyone's been loving this one, so of course I had to jump on the trend. The last book that I got was this one. It's called Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. It is, I think this is like a short kind of book compared to the Serpents and the Wings of Night. I got this because I knew it was part of the collection of the order that you're supposed to read. So there's obviously the first book, there's then a side story one, second book, and then it's this one. So I thought might as well and get it, and I got the special edition one where you can see the beautiful sprayed edges on it. And then if we look at the cover of it, it's got a beautiful dagger there, and then the back has just got some writing on it. I honestly love the sprayed edges on some of these books, especially I have the sprayed edges for the Serpent and the Wings of Night on all three, and they're so aesthetically pleasing on your bookshelf. You can just put it like that and it's just a whole visual on its own. But yeah, those are the books that I got. Yes, I've placed myself back onto my book buying ban. Let's see how long that lasts, but I'm hoping if I read a decent amount of books, I can kind of excuse myself and reward myself with buying some new books. So stay tuned for when that happens.